If you're anything like me and you're a guitarist, you probably have a Les Paul. But also, if you're anything like me, you probably have an existential crisis every time you try to restring one. Now, there are many iconic combos out there. Fender Hot Rod Deluxes, 3 AM at Denny's, Subarus and blown engines, and Travis Scott and apology videos. But there is all but one combo that is not talked about often enough.
So, it's time for an upgrade.
And no, I'm not talking about locking tuners, and I'm not talking about Floyd Roses either. I'm talking about the best and most underrated combo ever, split shaft tuners and Les Pauls.
Oh, I know what baka means.
The two things you're going to need are your very own set of shiny brand new split shaft tuners and some very special bushings. Now, as far as the internet goes, this seems to be the hardest part about this, is just finding a set of split shaft tuners that are in that 3-in-3 configuration as opposed to the 6-in-line you usually see on Strats. With some people asking, do they even exist?
No.
Now, according to my limited research, I found that there are 3 main brands that make these kinds of tuners. Now, the first option are these Godo TK7875 SD90 3x3s, which only came back in stock once I started recording this video, of course. My second option are these Wilkinson tuners, which I've never heard of, and they're $45 for a full set. Suspiciously cheap, so I'm going to avoid those. And just when I thought that all hope was lost and that the locking tuner fanboys had forsaken me, that's when I did a bit more digging and found that Grover actually makes their own set of these as well. Oh yes, I'm saved, thank God. Oh fuck, I didn't know they made a Keystone button version as well. Oh. But it's okay, because I only found one set, and it's in the States, and I already bought these, and I don't really want to have to wait. Yeah, it's fine, whatever. And now, it's time to look at those special bushings that I was talking about. Now, in order to understand why we need these special bushings, we first need to look at the stock tuners that came on this Les Paul. As you can see, there's a weird little sleeve on the bottom there, and it's threaded. And this bushing actually threads directly into that bottom sleeve there, and that's actually what holds the tuner in place. Now, if you take a look at these new Grovers, you can see that on the back side they look exactly the same, but as soon as you flip them over, you can see that the tuner post is actually the same diameter all the way through, and there's no weird sleeve on the bottom there. And that's why you need those special bushings, is to adapt those holes in the headstock to those 1/4-inch posts so that the tuners won't just swim in there. By the way, StuMac has a really good video that goes in depth about all the kinds of tuners and how to fit them if you're interested. Now, StuMac does also make these special 3/8 conversion bushings that are designed to convert those 10mm holes to those 1/4-inch posts, but the only problem is that they're $60. Holy fuck! But good news, because I found these cheaper alternatives that cost like 17 bucks, so we're gonna try these ones out. So the first thing that we're obviously gonna need to do is take these strings off, give the fretboard a nice clean, and take a 10mm ratchet and loosen all the tuners off. I just lined up the bushing with the hole by hand, simply took a clamp, and then just clamped it in place. Damn, that was easy. Or so I thought. And you know what? It's okay. You know, it's not really the first time that things haven't gone as smoothly as expected.
No!
I dropped it and it fucking cracked. The end fucking came off. It cracked.
Anyway, after trying to fit the rest of the bushings by hand and it not working, I figured it would probably be a good idea to just buy the right tool for the job and wait to finish this whole thing.
Oh my god.
Lucky for me, free will exists, and I exercise my free will by going to Home Depot and creating this little doohickey here. It's basically just a 1/4-inch hex bolt with a wing nut and 2 washers. And I actually found this idea on Stubac's TikTok. So thank you Stubac, and thank you TikTok. And now for the moment of truth. Yep, it works. Now all I have to do is just install the tuners. And throw some fresh strings on there, which is a lot easier now. So, there we have it. This Les Paul is now the perfect combination of functionality and form. Now, as a side note, I actually ended up using the screws that go on the back of the headstock from the old set of tuners, since the holes on the tuners themselves were the same size, and the screws are also the same size, with the newer screws from the set of Grovers being slightly longer. Another benefit of these split shaft tuners is that you won't have to worry about those string ends poking out and accidentally stabbing you if that's something you do accidentally. And also, you don't have to worry about them wreaking havoc on your gig bag as well. Ask me how I know. Also, that's a pretty big gap. Update, it seems to be fine. As you can see, we got a huge gap, which is the worst on that high E string there. And all the other ones do have tiny gaps as well. But yeah, seems to be fine. Doesn't seem to be affecting the tuning at all. So yeah, I guess that's what you get when you buy something that's 1/3 of the price, but whatever. And don't worry, unlike Travis Scott in apology videos, it will make you look better and smarter than everyone else. The only thing left to do now is to stare at my beautiful reflection in these tuners. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.